What's up, guys? We're back again today with another great video. As you guys can see, the Corvette is right here behind me. So yes, that's what we're going to be working on today. We have some more cool parts from the Extreme online store. As you guys know, they sent us this front lip in the front. I'll kind of show you guys right here. They sent us out some more really cool stuff for the Corvette. So let's go ahead and we'll unbox it and I'll show you what we got for this video. So as you guys know, if you've been on the channel, that we are sponsored by the Extreme online store for this build on the C7. We've actually done a lot of cool stuff for it. Obviously, the Extreme online store's front lip is right here. We've wrapped some stuff on the car. I actually have a really cool video coming out soon about how we wrap this in the forged carbon fiber right here. And we've got some more stuff coming up that's going to be really good. So make sure you subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming stuff on this Corvette. When we got the Corvette, nothing had been done to it, completely bone stock, aesthetic wise. So we've done pretty much everything to it besides the tent. The tent was already on the car. A shout out real quick to one of the guys that I actually work with. His name is Chris. He actually printed these out for me right here. So we're actually rocking the YouTube channel on there, and we have our QR code here as well where people can go and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and let's unbox these side skirts here. And as you guys know, they always package it really nice, like I said before, with this hard plastic so nothing gets damaged on the inside. So let's go ahead and I'll unbox this off camera, get the Corvette jacked up, and then we'll start the install. All right, guys, so we got the car jacked up now. Like I was saying, we've got them both unboxed here and we've got our supplies. So as you guys can see, it comes with two things of the 3M double-sided tape, obviously one for one side, one for the other side. And then you have the screws here that are also supplied that you're gonna be putting in the bottom. So first things first, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys, we'll jump into a time lapse, and just like we did on the front splitter, we're going to actually run the 3M double-sided tape down this. Now when you're doing this right here, so this is actually the driver side one. So as you guys run it down, let me see. So it's kind of hard to see the way the camera is right here, but so it's going to bend like this and go underneath the car, kind of like that, and you guys can see the holes right here, which is where those black screws are going to go. You do not want to, with the double-sided tape, you do not want to run over the holes right here, and you also do not want to put it too close to this edge on this side, because if you do, once it sticks to the car, you'll actually see the edge of the double-sided tape. So with that being said, I'm going to run it right above where the pre-drilled holes are, and then when we get down here at the end, as you guys can see, the pre-drilled hole is like right here next to the edge. I'm actually going to stop my 3M double-sided tape and I'm going to go in between the pre-drilled holes right here, and then probably try to run it right down this groove, that way it's not seen. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse and do that on this driver side one, and I'll go ahead and do it on the passenger side one. And then I will show you guys the one bolt that we need to take off underneath the car right here. And that is actually going to be important because you'll want to go ahead and put that on there first, because it's going to help you align it with the back. Then we'll stick the skirt up onto the side, and then we'll be able to run our screws in. Also, before you guys do this, you're going to want to make sure that you have some rubbing alcohol. Let me grab it right here, like this, so that way you guys can clean the side skirt off really good, because if you don't, the 3M double-sided tape will not stick to your new piece that you're putting on or to the car. So you're going to want to clean off both sides. So I'll do that on the skirt first before I put the 3M double-sided tape down, and then when we go to install it, I'll clean the bottom of the car.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a f***, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job,
Alright, so we've got our 3M tape laid, and as you guys can see, I ran it right here. Here's one of the holes that you're going to use for one of the screws. So I stopped there and stopped here, and then the rest of the time I just kept the 3M tape right above where the holes are, all the way down to the end. So the main thing is you just don't want to get too close to where this rolls over, because then you'll see the 3M tape. Now, one good thing about the tape that they sent with this, which is really good, is it's actually like a clear see-through instead of that. The normal 3M tape kind of has that gray backing on it. This does not. It's got like a clear backing. So that's a little bit nicer, and it seems really tacky, so that's good. So now let's go ahead and we'll go underneath the car right here, and we'll go ahead and take out the 7mm bolt, as you guys can see right here. So there's actually 2 holes in this one. It looks like they've actually redesigned it since one of the videos I've seen of somebody else installing one. It actually only had 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually still just going to take out this one, because I put it up here and it really doesn't line up with this back one that I can see as of yet. So take out this 7mm, or it's a 9/32, I believe, if you've only got standard. We'll take this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and hold this up, put this screw back in, and then I'm actually going to use some of those paper towels down there to kind of hold up the side skirt, and I'm going to line it up and then pull the backing tape off. In the time lapse, I'll pull the backing tape off and I'll stick it up, and then hopefully the 3M tape will hold it up for me while I'm running my screws down. If you have a friend or a helper with you, this would be a good time for them to kind of hold that end down there while you run the screws down. So just make sure that you kind of keep everything lined up, and your line's going to be basically right here on the body line of the car, and you're going to match that up with where it's rolling over right here. So let's go ahead and I'll take this the rest of the way out. Alright, so I got the 7mm bolt out the rest of the way. You're going to match it up with this hole right here, and as you guys can see, it's kind of ovaled out. That way you can move the side skirt back and forth a little bit and line it up exactly where you want it at. As you guys can also tell, I've took off the 3M tape back to right here. The reason why I didn't pull it all the way back yet is I want to be able to screw this in and kind of line everything up, and then pull the 3M tape as I go, helping and lining it up as I go. Also, make sure, like I told you all before, take the rubbing alcohol and wipe the body of the car right here, because if you do not do that, the 3M tape will not stick good. So let's go ahead and jump into the time lapse, and we'll go ahead and get this one on.
Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. That I'll do what I want to do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you.
Alright guys, so we got the bolt in, as you guys seen in the time lapse, and I put it in like majority of the way. I didn't go all the way in, that way I was still kind of able to move it back and forth. And then as you guys can see right now, the only thing that's holding it up is that 3M tape. So that 3M tape is very strong, as long as you make sure you clean the body of the car good. So it's holding it up there for me, that way I can go ahead and run in the screws. Because obviously you don't want to just leave the 3M tape on there, because it's not going to hold up over time, and if you're bouncing, it'll fall off. So you definitely are going to want to go ahead and use the screws that they provided, and I'll show you guys where to put those in a second. But the biggest thing is just making sure that you're staying with the line right here, and making sure you're lining everything up. It does fit really good on the car. Once we put these screws in, it'll kind of suck it up a little bit more, but as you guys can see, it fits really well. It goes right here to the edge of the car right there, and it runs all the way back, and it stops right back here perfect with the end of the car. So it's a great product fitment wise, and pretty much after I got halfway down right here, it pretty much just fit right where it was supposed to go. So great product, and it looks really good from up top. I can't wait to get them both on and then let the car down and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and let's run in the screws underneath, do the other side, and then that way we can kind of see what the car actually looks like once it's on the ground. Alright guys, so laying underneath the car right here, you can see each spot where we're going to screw it in at. And you're going to use a 3/16 drill bit, and you're going to go ahead and drill some pilot holes first, because these are not self-tappers, they're actual screws. So you're going to want to go ahead and make some pilot holes for it, that way it'll go in cleanly. So let's jump back to a time lapse, and I'm just going to be putting in all of these. And then that extra hole in the front, I'm pretty sure that one of these goes up there as well. So that's where we'll be putting another screw at.
Tell me how to live life in these times. It feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming.
Alright, so as you guys can see, we started out with this one up here, and we went all the way down. And as you guys can see, they're all screwed in, and it's really good and tight now. It's not going to go anywhere. So that's what it looks like, finished product. Stand up so you guys can kind of see it on the side of the car. I'll move our light over here. So looks really good, and the paint matches up perfect with the black that was already on the car. So as you guys can see, we'll probably be doing some wrapping to it too, kind of like how I did the winglet on the front splitter. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the other side, to the driver's side. We'll kind of do a quick comparison for you guys. Here's what the passenger side looks like now, and here's what the driver's side looks like without the side skirt on it. So I'm going to jump over here off camera and just do this one really quick, and then I will pull the car out and we'll kind of look at it outside. All right guys, so now we got the driver's side all completed, and it looks great just like the passenger side. So as you guys can see, there's the passenger side again and the driver's side. So it's a couple days later, and I actually have the Corvette pulled out now, as you guys can see, and it's a little dirty because it actually ended up raining on me a little bit, but that is what they look like on the car outside. I'll kind of get up here at a little bit different angle, but I really like how it swoops in right here, because that's where your feet go when you're getting out of the car. So that's really nice to where your feet or your passengers aren't hitting the side of it, and then it's not rubbing your leg when you're getting in and out of the car. But as you guys can see, it matches the front a lot better now, because it kind of keeps how this makes the car a little bit wider. It kind of keeps that out right here as well, to where before it was going back in, and it kind of just didn't make the car look as nice, I don't think. So a big thank you to the Extreme Online Store for sending me out these to where we can make the car look a lot better. If it wasn't for them, the Corvette wouldn't look as good as it does now, that's for sure. So hopefully we've got some good stuff coming from them for the back, so we can continue this look all the way back here. I would really like to get the Z06 style rear spoiler. But as you guys know, I did wrap this one in the forged carbon fiber, so it does have a unique look. And then I would also like to get the diffuser that they offer back here in the back, and kind of give it that more aggressive look back here as well, and then just keep that look flowing down the side of the car. All right guys, so that's pretty much it for today's video. We'll go ahead and close it out here. Like I said before, a big shout out to the Extreme Online Store. If it wasn't for them, the C7 wouldn't be looking as good as it was, so a huge thank you to them for sponsoring our channel. Also, with that being said, I will leave the links down below for the front lip and the side skirts that I just showed you guys how to install. If you didn't see the front lip install, I'll put it at the end of this video so you guys can see that as well, so you can kind of see the full transformation of our C7. So with that being said, hopefully they will continue being a really good sponsor for us and allow me to make some more cool videos for you guys. Their stuff, the installs are so easy on them. I mean, it's pretty much like you're installing an OEM part from GM, in my opinion, because the front lip literally popped right in, and then all the bolts lined up underneath. The only thing that was different on the side skirts is we did have to make the holes where the screws went in, because ours did not come factory with the Z06 or like the Grand Sport side skirts on it. So obviously we did have to make some holes there, but other than that, everything fit up in there perfectly. You can, you know, look right down that body line and know exactly where they need to go. So again, a huge shout out to them for making a great product and for helping the channel. So with that being said, guys, we're probably going to kind of change it up a little bit. I've got a couple more stuff for the Corvette coming up, some shorter videos coming up, and then I actually have some cool stuff coming from a sponsor that sent us out some stuff for the Highlander over here. So we'll kind of go back to the Highlander for a little bit, and I've have a ton of parts for this TC if I can ever get some time to start working on it. But I've just been so excited working on the C7 and making it look so cool and changing it up a lot that it's been hard for me to want to work on the TC as well. So with that being said, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos coming up, and please like and share so that way your friends can also watch the channel as well. So peace out, guys, and remember, build your masterpiece.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain,